Hi, it's Caitlin from Caitlin Swatches, and I am continuing with more Halloween polishes. I'm just really excited that we're into spooky season and I'm getting to share all of these festive polishes with you. Today I have new polishes from Glisten and Glow. I've got the Dracula's Den collection, and I also have spoilers for the 7 Days of Surprises bag that will be available from Glisten and Glow as a pre-order. All of the polishes that I'm showing today will be launching on the Glisten and Glow website on September 30th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'll just talk briefly about the 7 Days of Surprises. It is a bag of mystery polishes, but if you don't like mysteries, then you can just watch towards the end of my video. I'll put a timestamp in the description when it starts so you can either stop watching if you plan to buy the bag and don't want spoilers, or if you do want spoilers, then you can obviously continue watching. So there are only 100 available, but they are available as a pre-order. I'll include those specifics down in the description. What else have I got to tell you? Oh, I have a discount code. So if you want 10% off your entire Glisten and Glow purchase, use the code SURPRISE10 here on the screen, and the code expires on October 14th. I guess we should just get to the swatches. First up, from the Dracula's Den collection, we have Oh Hey Buffy, and this one is described as a very light beige cream polish. So as you can see, this one has a really nice formula. Even on the first coat, it applies really evenly and smoothly, and I only needed 2 coats to get it perfectly opaque, so I was very happy about the performance of this polish. And for my swatches, I'm of course using the Glisten and Glow top coat, which I love so much. So this is obviously, it's a beige, so it's an off-white, but it has like the slightest sort of pink undertone, which works really well with my skin tone. So thank you, Jill, for creating this perfect beige for me. Here it is in 2 coats plus top coat. Next up, we have Vein Slayer, and this is a white-based glitter crelly loaded with various shapes and sizes of red glitters. So this one has a really good formula as well. Obviously it's sheer, but that's because you want to see the glitters through each layer. This one I built up in 2 coats, and I personally really liked how it looked in 2 coats. Some people might want to take it up to 3, but I got full opacity, a ton of glitters, and loved it. So I'm using Glitter Grabber over this because the glitters do obviously leave texture and I want a super smooth finish. So I apply 1 layer of Glisten and Glow Glitter Grabber, let it dry for 10 minutes, and then apply the Glisten and Glow top coat for like the smoothest gel-like finish ever, which is what I want when I'm wearing something with glitters. So here is 2 coats of Vein Slayer plus Glitter Grabber and top coat, and this will be difficult to remove. Next up, we have Vamp Stamp, and this one is described as a dark gray base loaded with red metallic flakes and red metallic shreds. So this one will not really be difficult to remove compared to Vein Slayer because it's flakies, and flakies are much easier to remove than glitters for whatever reason. I don't fully understand the physics behind that, but that's something for another day. So I built this up in 2 coats, and while there is texture from the flakes, I found it smoothed out with just 1 layer of the Glisten and Glow top coat, so I didn't need Glitter Grabber. And I really love the contrast of the flakes and the base in this one. Now we're moving into some creams. This first one is called Feelin' Fangtastic, and this one is described as a light tomato red cream, and it's color accurate here in my video. It's really hard to get creams color accurate as I found, but this is accurate to how it looks on me and my skin tone in this lighting. So this one sort of had like a crelly cream formula, which I personally like. It's almost like a jelly. I really like how it's a bit translucent. So I built it up in 2 coats plus top coat, and it's just a really pretty bright red. And now we have another red in the collection, which is deeper than the previous one. This one's called the Bloodiest of Them All, and it's described as a medium blood red cream. So this has the same sort of jelly-ish cream formula, which I really like. And there's something about it that when it's not too chalky, there's just something very nice about that kind of formula. So I really like this formula. I really like the shade of red, and I really liked how it built up in 2 coats plus top coat, which is what you're seeing here. These all dry with a really glossy finish when you apply top coat, which is how I like to wear my creams. And last but not least, we have Real Coffins of Transylvania. It's a really great name, and this one is an oxblood red cream. So this one builds up again in 2 coats really nicely. I loved the formula, sort of on that crellyish jelly side instead of more of a chalky cream. And I will note that all of the creams are quite pigmented, so definitely use a base coat if you want to make sure you prevent any staining. I didn't experience anything, but I just wanted to be extra safe and put that note out there because I did use base coat when I was swatching these just to be on the safe side. So this is 2 coats plus top coat, and I love how rich and deep it is. So before we get into the mystery 7 Days of Surprises spoilers, I wanted to mention my favorites from the Dracula's Den collection. I'm always looking for like the right shade of white, and Oh Hey Buffy is the perfect shade. I don't even know if it's really technically a white. It might sort of be like a super light pink, but I really like it and it works really well on my skin tone. And I also really love Vamp Stamp because I think the name's kind of funny, and also it's just a really pretty contrast with the gray base and the red flakes, and it's definitely kind of giving me like a bloody look. So I'm into that. If you're planning on leaving the video now, then let me know in the comments which of the polishes from the Dracula's Den collection you are planning to pick up. And if you want to have these mystery polishes from the 7 Days of Surprises bag spoiled for you, then I think we should get into those swatches now. But I actually do have one thing to say. The polishes that are in the 7 Days of Surprises are exclusive to the 7 Days of Surprises. They won't be released or made again. So if you see anything you like, you should probably pick up the bag. Just saying. Anyway, let's get into the swatches. So I wanted to show a little, I guess, unboxing of what things will look like when you get your package. So it comes in a little black patent type PVC bag with a little zipper inside that has a mini nail file and an orange wood stick, and of course all of the polishes and cuticle oil pen. So for day 1, we have Happy Days Always, and this one is described as a white cream with shimmer that shifts purple, pink, green, and red. So this one has a really nice formula. It is on the thicker side, but that allows you to get full opacity in just 2 coats. It self-levels really well, and there is a ton of shimmer in this. So hopefully you can sort of see the little hints of it, but of course it'll be more visible in different lighting. So this one applies beautifully in 2 coats, and top coat obviously brings the shine out and smooths everything perfectly. And it's just a really pretty shimmery white. Day 2 is called Get Excited, and this one is an eggplant purple cream with hollow microflakes, and I hope that the choice of using an eggplant purple was in reference to being excited. This one is really nice. It has a really good formula. I love the shade of purple eggplant. It's so nice. It obviously deepens up on the second coat, and the hollow flakes stand out really nicely against the base. So perfect application in 2 coats plus top coat, obviously, to bring out the shine. And I can see myself wearing this a lot in the fall. I just love those hollow flakes. And thankfully there are more hollow flakes for us in day 3. This one is called Speechless, and it's a dark gray base with shimmer that shifts purple, pink, red, yellow, green, and then hollow microflakes. So as you can see, this one has a ton of shimmer and it contrasts really nicely with the base. And of course the hollow flakes stand out really well also. So this built up perfectly in 2 coats. Obviously I recommend
top coat to bring back the shine because it dulls down just a tiny bit when it dries. But this one is so pretty. If you're a fan of grays, then I highly recommend picking up the bag because you can't get them individually. Day 4 is Take My Breath Away, which is a light periwinkle cream with shimmer that shifts purple, red, yellow, and green. And this one has a formula quite similar to Happy Days Always. It's just a tiny bit thinner somehow, but it also built up beautifully in 2 coats. It self-levels really nicely, and you definitely see that shimmer in there. It's really quite beautiful, and it's kind of making me excited for winter. It's like giving me Ice Princess, and I really like that. So definitely use top coat to bring back the shine, 2 coats plus top coat, and it just looks so good. Here we have day 5. This is Hooray for Today, and this is a dark blurple cream with hollow microflakes once again. And this one is similar to Get Excited, but it's a different shade of purple. So this one is definitely more blue leaning, like it's almost verging into a navy purple, which is really beautiful. And I think this one is a little more dense with the hollow flakes compared to Get Excited. So here it is in 2 coats plus top coat, and the hollow flakes are so rainbowy. Moving on to the last polish, it's day 6, and this is called Be Still My Beating Heart. And this one is a black jelly polish with iridescent flakes that shift from purple, pink, red, and purple shreds. So this one is clearly a jelly, so it's definitely sheer on that first coat, but it builds up really nicely in 2, but I did go to 3 just to be extra safe and to show it off to people who would probably build it up in 3. So yeah, it just has a really good formula, and there's so much going on in it. I absolutely love this kind of polish with these sorts of flakes. They just get me every time, so I'm definitely a fan. This one is super juicy, super rich, super vampy, and I love it. So 3 coats plus top coat to bring back the shine, and I can't stop staring at it because it's so pretty. And last but not least, we have day 7, which is a cuticle oil in the exclusive scent Fruit Cocktail, which smells so good. It's got a blend of cherry, pear, pineapple, peach, and grape. And if you saw my other video where I called myself a cuticle oil slut, then you know how much I love cuticle oils, and this one smells so delicious. It's really moisturizing, and I absolutely love it.
So I've actually got 5 of the 6 polishes pulled out as my favorites. I can't really pick a favorite. I like all of them, quite honestly. That's not very helpful, but oh my god, I'm gonna drop them. Okay, I'm trying to be like really critical right now, but what I like best. Be Still My Beating Heart, I would say that one I really like because it's just like super vampy and juicy. But oh my god, I do also really like Take My Breath Away. Anyway, the cuticle oil smells delicious. I love all the polishes. If those are kind of your colors, then it's probably worth picking up. So let me know in the comments what you think. If you're planning on, getting the 7 days of surprises that are no longer a surprise to you, let me know in the comments. And I guess that's it for me. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe to my channel, and hopefully I will see you in my next one. Have a great day. Bye.